bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria what, yo? No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what be here? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, the number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what, yo? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria what? Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria what?
It will impact on the decisions you make and how you make those decisions. Don't go with the flow, because we've said it 1 million. If we say that Ghana is next door and we say it every day, it doesn't change the fact that Ghana is not next door. There are two countries in between. So make sure you look for the right data, read and think for yourself. It's very important. And the last one is to focus on what you can control. You can't control what the price of PMS will be now if you drive to the station as we speak. You can't control the price of diesel. But do you know what you can control? How you react to it. In my house, we used to on the AC everywhere. You know, then band A came. Then diesel price went up. You know what we now invented? Now, if I'm in the house, only my AC can be on. Everybody must come to my room. We suddenly realized it was helping us to bond better. If you want the AC, come to daddy's room. We use one AC. All of us are still okay. Before it was 7 ACs working at the same time. So focus on the things you can control. Some of them are as simple as this is my AC example. Some of them are more dramatic, impactful in terms of the decisions that you make. You know, Trump is doing his stuff. We can't control that. Trump woke up on Tuesday, a few days ago, and said that on day 1, which is just 2 days to come, 20th, right? Trump says, why is it that we have internal revenue service and we don't have external revenue service? I have never heard that before in my life. Trump wants to set up an external revenue service for the US to tax the rest of the world. He's not joking, you know, but we don't know how he's going to implement it. Whatever he does with that would affect international trade. It will affect Nigeria. But can we stop Trump? No. Should we keep lamenting? No. We should say, if Trump set up external revenue service and impose taxes on the things that we do with the US, how should we respond? And don't do that when the thing is already here. It has to be reactive. You need to be proactive. Policymakers must change their mindsets from physical stuff to thinking about long-term and system thinking. Things are connected. They are never isolated. We must build the capacity to deliver the outcomes we want. China is adding electricity, right? Electricity capacity in 1 month than the entire capacity that Nigeria has. And drop them on air to deliver. And I must drop this one. Multiple taxation is harmful to growth, and overregulation kills development. And if you're looking for the example, look at Europe and look at the US. Europe is very good with regulation, but they overdo it. They've succeeded in killing innovation in Europe. Somebody says America innovates, Europe regulates, and China replicates and enhances. So I close by saying, may Nigeria not happen to you, rather may Nigeria work for you, and may Nigeria win. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, my people. Thank you very much for your time with us today. Today is Sunday, 19th January 2025. Yes, that particular video there, now no, I go understand. I decided to bring that video here today to give us a holistic view on what is currently, or rather, what has been happening to us in Nigeria till date. Yes, that our professor right there actually bullet pointed every bit what is happening to us in the country. He went on by saying, "When Nigeria never happened to you, you know, now because of the way Nigerians are going, the silence between us." He went on by advising us we should sow our coat according to our size at this particular moment. But he bullet pointed everything, including subsidy, how many times subsidy have been removed in Nigeria in the past, even before now. You know, they have been satanically and fraudulently removing subsidy, synthetically, you know, but they are not actually removing it. That is it. That's how it works. So, in case you did not watch that video, you just join us right now. Make sure you sit down and watch that video. It's not only videos where there is problem here and there that we're going to be listening to. This particular video is enough to wake every one of us up to know the right thing to do as of today. But unfortunately, most Nigerians don't seem to be ready yet, to be honest. You know, the way everything they go, no, it won't be like say we're not ready at all. But what do I know? I appreciate you all, my people. Our job here is to bring it to your screen, to enlighten you, you know, on what is happening across our country. That is why I say all the time here as well. If you hear something, also let us know. Don't assume, say we don't know, or we don't already know, or we know everything. No, on this platform, we don't know everything like that. I appreciate all my people. Thank you very much for your time with us today. Mother for Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for all that you do. Thank you very much for always being there for us all on this platform. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, Peggy Muddy. Thank you, Divine Cross. Didi Anthony, thank you very much. I just saw your super chat right now. I'm very, very grateful. Your pocket never ever run dry. Gapansat, I can see you, sir. Good evening to you. Madarita, thank you. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, thank you, my people. Grace, Hopes and Properties, thank you very much. Peggy Modi, thank you, ma. Appreciate you. Good evening to all. Thank you, Kacha Nofe Modesta. I can see you right there. Jude King, I can see you as well. In fact, I've showcased everybody on the screen already. Olumide Akiwomi, my brother, I can see you right there. Something to use too. Adelaja Ogumbi, thank you very much. I appreciate you. George Fosa Ibunedio, I can see you as well. But I'd like us to just move on right now, not to waste more time in acknowledging people, even though I know I've already acknowledged everybody on the screen. But nevertheless, we still have one or two videos to showcase for you guys. I just wanted to come in now because the video that I have is just two, and it's a short videos from Very Dark Man. And I have an article to tally what I put right there on the screen, as you all can see. I don't want Britain to be like poor Nigeria, where terrible government destroys lives. Kemi, Badenock. I talk this one. You know, so Kemi Badenock, I've talked about the other day, say Nigerian government need to go beg this woman. Let them beg and say, if we fair quarter before, forgive us. Because the way this woman after they go, be like woman where is sign, where vow, say Nigerian government, I go drag una sote, una go hear word. Because this woman, the way she take they go, she not ready at all to give up on Nigerian government anytime soon. Remember that she might likely become the next prime minister of the United Kingdom. So you know what that will be if that happens. You know, although most Nigerians have agreed with her steps, while many of them have also disagreed with our step. Thank you very much, Wabo Felix, for just coming in. Good evening to you. But meanwhile, I would like to quickly take on this article first to tally this particular one that I just mentioned here before we listen to the short videos that I have for you guys. While I'm doing this, I'm going to post out a link for those of you that want to join us. Remember, today is Sunday. I'm just going to do this. Hopefully, not like I promised yesterday. I don't like promising anymore. I wanted to spend like 1 hour, 30 minutes just yesterday, but now see the way the broadcast go yesterday, it was baffling. But more, I've posted a link already right there on the comment section. For those of you that want to join us, please click on that link. You can start coming in now if you have something to talk or contribute to what we've presented so far or today. But meanwhile, on this particular article, I'm just going to take one or two or look for our quote and put it together to tally up what we have there as a title. This is coming from People's Gazette. I don't want Britain to be like poor Nigeria, where terrible government destroys lives. Do you agree that Nigerian government destroys lives? Just put it right down in the comment section if you agree with her on this particular one. The UK Conservative Party leader Kemi Badenock says she does not want Britain to be like Nigeria, a poor country where terrible government destroy lives. In her first speech of the year on Thursday, Ms. Badenock explained her push for real conservative that guarantees a better, richer, and safer tomorrow for the younger generation of Brits. Why this matters so much to me is because I know what it's like to have something and lose it. I don't want Britain to lose what it has, said Ms. Badenock. She went on, I grew up in a poor country. I watched my relatively wealthy family become poorer and poorer and poorer, despite working harder as their money disappeared with inflation, Ms. Badenock added. The Tory leader narrated how she migrated to the UK at the age of 16 with her father's last £100 would never want the UK to become a country like Nigeria where terrible government destroy lives. Then she went on. I came back to the UK at 16 with my father's last £100 and I hope of a better life. So I have lived with the consequences of a terrible government that destroys lives, and I never ever want that to happen here in the UK, Ms. Badenock added. This comes as another episode of Ms. Badenock criticizing her home country, Nigeria, exposing how prolonged misgovernment is ruining the country. Before now, she has berated Nigeria police as armed robbers who intimidate the citizens and they are employed to protect with their guns. Angered by Ms. Badenock, intermittent criticisms of Nigeria at every opportunity, Vice President Kashim Shettima responded, telling her to change her name if she does not want any association with the greatest black nation on earth, Nigeria. So we'll leave it like that. Another episode from her right there. I believe this one now will hit harder because this one, remember the first one that actually came out from her was directly to the police force. But this time, she's attacking the body of the government, in a holistic view. As you can see there, the Nigerian government destroy lives. And that one, it be as a get. But if you agree, let us know. If you disagree, let us know. Or should I put it as a poll so that we can take this poll later on? I don't know. I think we should put it as a poll. We never put poll out for a long while. Let me put this as a poll. Just give me, let me go on a quick break as I create the poll. Then I'll come meet you guys again. Okay. Guys, help us to press on that like and help us to share. I appreciate every one of you. Now God bless my people. Thank you very much for all that you guys are doing. So let's go there quickly. Let's go on this break.
chendo Oko sisi ne chendo Omakam sibiwa Ibane chendo muwe Odomiri beside Ewo abatobi wambenye Didi to amwagyo Ya tuminye gumu wanemo Yendin nanile Umakara namanile Yezenye para mumuntakiri Onono chezeya Onono chezeya Onono chezeya Onono chezeya Iya dilamago Ina tamunjo Ijiri nyetum Ina atanda Iya mjebuburu gobo Ina tamunjo Nyetumo Ina atanda Babara chineke muho Agune chema Boko tisine chendo Odomiri beside Iyande buburu gobo Iyamda chidiri gakelwe Iyamde sogi jehova Abani jidi chawangwagyo Maxi Michael Wango Sabia Yabe Skip Hadida
Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. A poll I've put out there. Just click on it. I'd like also bring that poll on the end of this broadcast to see what people think of that particular statement. Do you agree that Nigerian government destroy lives, or you disagree with Kemi Badenock is saying? But meanwhile, I'd like us to quickly move on. As you all know that there's a trendy discussion going on left to right now that Sheyi Tinubu, the son of the president, will emerge as the next Lagos State governor in 2027. Although I've not heard from Sheyi Tinubu himself saying anything like that, showing any kind of indication, but there is rumor and people already pronouncing and advocating for things like this to happen, some of the people. Although I commented on a platform a couple of days ago by saying that, yes, we understand that the father have done wrong, but Sheyi Tinubu, as the citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is not too young to rule. My people, the beat where they beat me for their platform, as I tell Kona, so I say they use auto to depress my body. They beat me where. Say what to make me talk that thing. So it shows that Nigerians, because sometimes this kind of comment is very, very important. You put it out there to see how people react. They beat me where, not be small thing. You know, they tell me, say, we want to turn Nigeria to family thing and all that. Some of them even say that Sheyi Tinubu na SME come. I can support him, may become the governor of Lagos State. Some of them will ask me, say, whether me not say the software way they Lagos State or they Nigeria and all that, blah, blah, blah. But my people, not be small thing. But I would like to also hear from you on that particular one. What's your take on Sheyi Tinubu becoming the next governor of Lagos State? You know, don't worry. Anyone we want to talk, remember, say people will still beat you, but just give your thought. But meanwhile, let's listen to that quickly.
All right, so for the past few months now, they have been playing around this topic of Sheyi Tinubu possibly becoming the governor of Lagos State in 2027. And so far, so good. The campaign don't raise up. Although Sheyi Tinubu never acknowledged him. He has not acknowledged, like, okay, maybe he wants to be the next governor or maybe he's planning to campaign. But something in me feels like he's part of this whole thing. You understand? What I feel they are trying to do is this. They are trying to just throw it out there so that they'll see how Nigerians will react. Then when they see that, okay, the reaction, the backlash is not strong, then maybe 2027 you will do it. Just like the Bola Ahmed Tinubu did with Shetima for the 2023 election, where they did the Muslim and Muslim tickets. You know, they threw it out there first. They saw how people were with it. Okay, yes. They say, okay, the backlash not too much. Then we feed one. So we have the first Muslim and Muslim tickets, which is not supposed to be. So it's meant to be Christian and Muslim. But yeah. Anyways, so this one looks like, okay, yeah, these people won't test. So they don't test now. They don't say, okay, yes, so let's see if it makes sense. Then maybe he could decide, say yes, he won't really show himself, right? But this is not my point. Yeah. Now, if Sheyi Tinubu decides to be the governor or decides to run for governorship, I swear to God, I'm going to campaign for Sheyi Tinubu. I'll campaign for him 100%. I know they do politics, but I will do politics because of Sheyi Tinubu. But I'll tell you why. For me, based on my calculation, Sheyi Tinubu is a bridge to get something that I want. Yes, Sheyi Tinubu is a bridge to get something that I believe will make Nigeria work. It might not know, but for me, as a gambler's mind, I don't think I'll go that part. Now, let me tell you, yeah, I've been studying Sheyi Tinubu's pattern, right? Sheyi Tinubu looks like somebody that has his father type of political mentality. Now, if you study Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu properly, you will know that this guy does the grandmaster type of politics. The politics where he plants people that will be for him in the nearest future. Now, unlike the other politicians where if time don't reach, they'll start to carry money, go give different people where they keep positions to make the election go well. Sheyi Tinubu, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they already give these people opportunities. Don't put them in the strategic places for like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So all these people owe him favor. Now, he doesn't need to go and meet them to say, oh, you people need to do this for me. No. When the time reaches, they'll do it. Because he probably made them who they are. I don't know if you understand. He probably made them who they are. So they owe him favor. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's politics is, you owe me favor. I mean, that's why he was so confident to say, Emilio Khan, this is my turn. And he became the president. It is because a lot of them sitting down there owe him favors. Unlike the other politicians, like I said. So Sheyi Tinubu give me the vibe of his father. And like Tinubu too, Tinubu likes to be in charge. So Sheyi, like the grandfather, like the godmaster, like the godfather. Sheyi Tinubu, if you look at the way he does with his friends, yeah, some of his friends went with the healer online. I'll just observe them. They know they come outside and say, Sheyi Tinubu give me this money. Sheyi Tinubu give me that. He probably don't give them something, don't put them somewhere, don't put them for one strategic location where they collect money. Now, if Sheyi Tinubu becomes the governor, this is my own thought, my own opinion, right? I'm going somewhere. If Sheyi Tinubu becomes the governor, it only means one thing. He will want to act like his father. He wants to strategically plant people that he can control. And that's how the young people come into the picture. He cannot put an old man to control. He will definitely start looking for a way. Because governor of Lagos State, your state, that state generates more money than any other state in Nigeria, right? So you think, you'll be like, okay, I have more money, I have more power. Let me put Emeka in Anambra. Emeka will be loyal to me. Let me put Clifford in this one will be loyal to me. Let me put Abdurazak in Kano. Do you understand? I will join hands to put them. Now, this is my own interest. Like that. All these old men don't they come up from power. Do you understand? Like that, power don't they enter the hands of the youth. Then maybe in the nearest future, the person who won't kick Sheyi for good luck can just, just say, okay, yes, I'll not kick. The person who won't rebel, rather. Somebody can now decide that, okay, I want to rebel, and you will not be our godfather again. Now it has now come to the hands of the youth. I don't know if you understand. This is just me thinking out loud, right? So my interest will be that, okay, yes, this guy, if he enter, do you understand? Yes. But here's the problem. Why it will be hard for Sheyi Tinubu to be the governor, right? Watermelon juice. The problem is, this older man knows that if Sheyi Tinubu becomes the governor, they will be kicked out of power. They know. They have seen the traits of his father in him. So it's going to be a problem for him. They know that this boy come to be a problem. Already I saw one video where Sheyi Tinubu will come down from motor, army, they salute him. I just looked at that video, I just smile. I said, correct, this guy. As you see like that, he just be quiet. And the observer, a python, that guy could be, I don't know him, I've not seen him before. But yeah, it's just my own calculation, yeah? So, if he decides, which I believe that is not going to work, you know, if he be governor now, especially when he father these seats, because his father also hold people some positions. That's another problem. In father said hold people position, because the politics now give and take. In father said hold people position. So it will be hard for him to become governor, but he cannot completely rule that out. It's politics. It's a game of interest, and I've just stated my interest. Sheyi Tinubu might be the link to kick old men out of power. Then, when they don't eventually do that one, you cannot kick Sheyi Tinubu out as the Godfather. It's politics. I'm just analyzing. Peace and love. Don't play.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. I don't know what you guys are going to say about that later on. But meanwhile, I have somebody who just joined us right now. I'd like to quickly hear from him before I pick some calls. Thank you very much. So, Tom, thanks for joining us. Please, where you join us from?
I'm in US. Can you hear me?
I'm not sure if I pronounce your name.
Stating.
Yes, I can hear you.
Stating. I was
Stating
introduced.
or more Apple.
Yes, sir. Was introduced by our Tosan and F. Emmanuel.
All right. Okay. Okay. But this is the first time you join our panel, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, wonderful. That's good. Did you follow up with our presentation?
Yes, I did. I follow up with the
Okay.
presentation here.
All right. Okay. It's good to have you on the show. I guess they told you what the platform is all about, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. They did.
Yeah. Because we're talking about what is affecting us in Nigeria. You and I know that nothing is working in Nigeria. You know that, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So what can you say on the statement on the screen right now that you can see right there? Kemi Badenock is saying that I don't want Britain to be like a poor Nigeria where terrible government destroyed lives. Do you agree that Nigerian government destroying lives, or Kemi Badenock is just emphasizing?
Of course, to an extent, I definitely agree with her because, first of all, the Nigeria government, what they care about is their personal interest. They don't care about the lives of Nigerians. If you look at the lady in the US that did a project, or she did a project on something. I think the project she did was to prevent the COVID virus or something. I can't remember. So immediately they just invest. The American government invested in that girl immediately, and she's in Nigeria. Whereas we have a lot of Nigerians which they've invented a lot of things. Some people will try to use their platform to showcase them, and that will be the end. Our government, they are not interested in anything about us. Even if we build a car, build an electric car, a lot of Nigerians, they've done something like that at the past. But the government are not interested in them to invest in these people to showcase what they have. If you follow the Nigeria news, which I know you did, you are doing, I think someone invented a generator that can run with water. If you have someone like that, why not invest money on him to make a massive production that will deliver us from darkness? But instead, no.
Exactly.
What we are doing is just to, loot and share the money amongst ourselves. So I definitely agree with that. They don't have the interest of Nigerians at heart.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother Omo Abu. I'll come back to you shortly. I have somebody on the phone that want to contribute to this. Thank you very much, Mother Deborah, for calling in. Good evening to you, ma. Please, I'd like you to talk to us.
Hello.
Hello, Mother Deborah. Can you hear me, man? Good evening to you.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, ma. Please talk to us.
Good evening to everyone, our viewers and commenters all over the world. Just a quick contribution to what you just showcased in the broadcast. Let me start first by commenting on there's this long video of is it a tax reform or the one the man was analyzing things that are wrong in Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with some of the things that he's saying, but I think a lot of the things that he's still saying, to me, it still does not make sense because, like what he was trying to say about people saying, "May Nigeria never happen to you." Yeah, it's okay to make positive confessions, but when you're making a positive confession and you're not active, you're not. It's like somebody saying, "Oh, I'm well," and you are not really taking treatment, it's still not going to work. So positive confession has to still go with actions that that tally with your confessions. So if you really look at Nigeria at the moment, what is really working? There's no any section in Nigeria that is working that you can really say, okay, this section is functioning effectively. There's no any section. Is it education? Is it health? In fact, every section in Nigeria is crippled. Okay, he's trying to say, compare it to America, saying there's shooting in America. Yes, but Americans will not say the American not happen to you. Why? Because there are still many other things in America that function. There are still many other good things in America. But in the case of Nigeria, if you ask anybody what is the one thing that works in Nigeria, I don't think there's any. Yes, still in Nigeria.
Network is failing.
Come to this statement that Kemi Badenock made. She is right. I agree with her that the Nigerian government distributes like you are seeing the system.
Oh.
World, especially in the UK.
Okay.
Before 18 years of age, in a way that your life has been programmed. You can achieve, even if you want to get a house, you can work towards something. It's not determined. But if you are determined before you get to the age of 25, regardless of whether you have a godfather or godmother anywhere, you'll be able to organize your life. A lot of the white people here that are focused, you see that before they get to the age of 25, they started their family. They've even stopped having children. You hardly see a white person that at the age of 30 is still having children. A lot of them, before they get to 40, they are already grandparents. They're already enjoying their life. This is because of the system that help them, plan their life properly. But look at the case of Nigeria. At that prime age of your life, that you have the energy, you have the ability to be able to start to take off your life in a proper way. That privilege is taken away from so many people. That a lot of people at the prime age of, let's say, 20, between the age of 20 to 30, which is a prime age for most, both female and male, to organize their life, to have a family, to be able to work hard, to stabilize their life. That opportunity is taken away from you. Maybe at that 30, you have not even found a job. Maybe you're still living in your parents' house. So do you know how many lives are ruined like that? So many lives are ruined because of the inability of the system to ask the government to actually put things in place that can help people stabilize their life and utilize the prime part of their life. So I agree with her 100% that lives are being ruined. People die from things that they shouldn't die from. You see a lot of young people dying from health conditions that they shouldn't even die from. So the system there is actually destroying lives. And I agree with her 100%. So coming to talk about Sheyi Tinubu, I disagree with what the analysis that Very Dark Man made. I was really disappointed that such an analysis.
Okay.
Because this is the same thing that put Nigeria where it is today. trying to say that, he's going to be like his father and he's going to be like a godfather to put people who are going to be there for him. So what is the difference? If he's going to do that, then that means Nigeria is going to remain in the same cycle. If you are electing leaders, not because they are qualified or not because they can do a better job, but you are electing leaders because you want people that will be there for you, because you want people that you become a godfather to, then that's nonsense. That means he wants the same problem to continue.
Okay.
Because this is the same thing that puts Nigeria where it is today. If you are going to elect people, it shouldn't be based on godfatherism. It shouldn't be based on that. You should put people in positions because you feel they can do the job, because you feel they are qualified. So a very dark man is saying he's supporting Sheyi, he's going to campaign for Sheyi Tinubu because he's going to act like his father. So it means he doesn't obviously want Nigeria to change, because this is the same thing that has put Nigeria where it is today. So I just hope maybe he doesn't do it, but that analysis he made to me does not make sense. Then automatically he's saying the cycle should continue, because this is exactly the mess that we are in today.
Okay,
so that's
thank you.
my own contribution.
Thank you very much,
so
ma.
much, Mr. Elvis.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. God bless
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. All right. We have Larry with us. Good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening to you. Is that Larry?
Yes, sir.
I bet where did they call us from?
I'm calling from Manchester.
Please talk to us, sir. Thank you. Madam Rita, I can see you. Thank you.
Oga Elvis.
Yes, sir.
Madam Badenock has made a lot of sense.
Okay.
You understand? Look, sir. As I am talking to you, I feel like crying. I almost cried. I will be 47 years old by July. And I came to the UK, my wife, a British citizen, that's by chance, by luck, I met, and she brought me into the UK. I am over 3 years now. So why I'm saying this is I have spent over 40 years of my life in Nigeria before I traveled here. I have children in Nigeria from my first marriage, As I am talking to you, before I leave Nigeria, I am a hopeless man. The job I am doing, I am a bank driver. I on a salary of 50,000 naira. And I have 3 children. 2021 that I came to UK, towards the end of that, I came April, towards that end of that 2021, my first and second children got admitted into university, state university, that I am training them now. Why I am saying this is, if I am in Nigeria, every time I think of that thing, and I used to tell those children, so do you think I can train you to university? My first is in 300 level accounting, Kwara State University. The second one is in Ondo State University, now at Adekunle Ajasin University, doing philosophy, 200 level now. You can imagine what the one in Kwara State University as school fees per session is 250. The one in that Ondo is about 100 because of I'm from Ondo State. If I am in Nigeria earning 50,000 naira, do you think I can send my children to university?
It's not possible.
I cannot. It's not possible, sir. That's number one. Number two, do you know many things? My over 40 years, the country I am born, that is my national that I have never enjoyed any benefits since I come to this country. A lot of things, credit cards, many things. They just take this space for any things that will make life to be easier for you, no difficulty. No, what am I doing? I will not lie to you, sir. I am doing cleaning with the council. Yes, cleaning. And I am living in a flat of 2-bedroom with my wife here. Happily, that woman is right. Nigeria, I've been to Nigeria twice. I love that country, but that the people in that country, the leader, they don't like us. They wicked us a lot.
Wow.
So that
Thank you.
That woman is right, sir.
Thank you.
VDM, I've made a comment. VDM is not making a lot of sense. VDM is a youth, but you see, I am seeing him like somebody who has two faces. His leg, Yoruba we say Okaton, meaning he has a split leg, one leg with those people, one leg with the masses. We don't know where he belongs. He doesn't have, sometimes when he makes some of these, his comments is not making a lot of sense. I don't know. He's portraying himself like people that are somebody that is for the masses, and at the same time, he will be like, he's looking for favor from all these, highlight that are killing the system. So that's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Larry. I'm so happy you called into the show today, because a lot of people are listening to you, and I believe a lot of them will learn from this, your short story. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you, sir. Okay, I have Madam Love God is my strength with us. Thank you very much, ma, for joining us this evening. Good evening to you. Talk to us. Thank you, ma. I can see you called so many times. Thank you, ma. Thank you.
I'm so lucky. All of them are taking over. Good evening. Let me just greet first. Good evening to everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy weekend to every one of us. I pray that the Lord will continue to empower us, and the Lord will continue to strengthen us in every department, every work that we do. Because the life we are now is a life that every one of us must hold on to God. I pray for everyone on the panel. I say God be with all of you, the commentators, every one of us, even the callers. I congratulate you for being alive. It's a great thing. And I say, Mommy Diaspora, happy Sunday. Enjoy your day as always. I love you so much, Mom. Love you. And that watch, I know you're all right in Nigeria.
Thank you.
I know. Thank you. Yes, Nigeria Watch, I'll quickly, first of all, talk about that man, that the state of the nation that was talking to everyone, and everyone was clapping. You see, I have a problem with Nigerians, when someone is speaking, someone comes out at the front, or maybe the government, maybe they organize something for someone to come and speak to people, to Nigerians. And when someone is speaking, there's one tendency for everybody to be clapping. Yes, I know that. But one thing for me, one thing I will do, if it's me, I will not clap for that man. I will not clap for him. All what that man said today, I think for me, it's been organized to come out and say those things by the government. Because we as a people, we as a citizen of Nigeria, we have never gained anything from Nigeria. Not one penny, not one kobo. And somebody that is sitting in the parliament, like the legislative, the legislators, the senators, they are there getting money that they are not supposed to get. You are saying that the civil servants, the ministers, everything is not too big. that those people who are talking about that is not the problem. No, I disagree with him. It's coming to make it worse. We are saying that the government should bring the money down, that they are paying the parliamentary, even the government itself, the ministers themselves, and you are coming out to tell us that. That is not the problem. The problem is those who have been called to do those duties. So why are we not choosing the right people to do it so that the money can come down and other people, other Nigerians can get the money to spread into other places? Please, what is wrong for Nigeria to do this social service system? Nigeria has the money. Nigeria can do the social service system. When you are not working, they should be able to put something in your pocket because the resources that is used in that country is from the land and everybody has the right to be part of it. In this country, once you are a citizen of Britain, what happens is that if you are not working, our children who have never started work, they give them money. That is their share because they are part of that country, and because of that, they have the right to take from them. So the people who are taking from us, you are still encouraging them that they should pay them more. Mr. Man, I'm not sure you are talking for us. You are talking for yourself, not for us. If you are talking for us, you are going to tell the government to bring everything down. Even the ministers to bring them down. So what is talking to me is rubbish. We can't be clapping for everybody. I'll leave that like that wash. I want to go to Kemi. What Kemi said is true. I will support him because a lot of people, the Nigerian government has destroyed their life. This man that just spoke now from Manchester, I can see at his age. Look at what he's saying. So what he said is true. But one thing I want to say before I go, I'll talk about VDN. Kemi being the prime minister of this country, I don't know how it's going to happen. Because I'm looking at him, I'm looking at her, that she's warming the seat for the person that's going to, you will see it all what I'm saying, you are going to see it happen. Is it not this country, it is UK? I know the politics very well. I know what they do. So I will not talk more than that. Now, PDA, I've been complaining about this man. You know one thing, when people carry somebody too much, I think it goes into their head, and at times they don't know what they are doing. You are telling us that you will vote, you will support Sheyi Tinubu. Lagos State, Lagos State has been a state. It's only Tinubu, and his people that have been going inside there. They don't want anybody to go there so that they will not know what is happening in Lagos State. There's a hidden secret that Tinubu is covering in Lagos State. Because if somebody else goes there, they are going to know. So, VDM is telling us that Sheyi Tinubu is all right to be Lagos State governor. So that what is going to happen is going to bring youth to be in the government. I want to ask him, and I want to put it to you, VDM. And this man, Yaya Bello, is he not a youth? Is he not a youth? Did he steal money? Did he take our money? So what are you talking about youth? The one that was sacked from the Tinubu ministerial job, I think is it the women, I don't know, I've forgotten. If you can remind me that lady's name. She's a young lady.
What's her name?
That's why they took her away. So please, in the end, it's not everything you put your mouth. If you know you don't have anything to say, don't. For me, I go against Sheyi Tinubu to be a governor of Lagos State. We will not agree because Lagos State is not a family business. Why will he come there? He should go and be eating from his dad. All the money that his dad has stolen from us, he should eat from there and not come and be a lord of house in Lagos State. Thank you, Najawosh.
Thank you very much, Mark. God bless you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Wow. Mr. Wale, thanks for calling in.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Thank you, sir. Good evening to you. Talk to us. Thank you.
To everybody on the panel, sir.
Thank you.
Hello? Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
I just want to say something. Yes, sir. Mr. Evans, what Kemi Badenock said is not new. It's something that we all know. Everybody knows it. Right? Everybody knows it. Or whatever she said, we all know it. The first time, if you can recall, the the first time when you see talking about Nigeria, when this guy, what is the name, the fair president, she also said she doesn't like change her name. After that, when she still talks about the police and everything, did you see any government saying anything about it? They will say, okay, let her continue talking. So whatever let Kemi say anything, whatever she wants to say about Nigeria, this and that, or international, but the Nigeria, this, that. It doesn't, all these people that we have in government, it doesn't concern them. But the problem is to win Nigeria, to Nigeria as a country. Mr. Amos, we are in Nigeria now. You saw what happened. You saw during the 8th December, you saw how people flown coming from America, all this to Nigeria to spend money. A lot of American celebrities came to Nigeria, right? To spend money, to do work on it. Anybody was attacked, anybody was arrested, anybody didn't happen to anybody. No. So if Kemi keep destroying the image of Nigeria, for me, it is not good. For me, it's not good. The people that you are talking to now, that is the government now, they will soon come out. What about you? By the time you destroy the Nigeria, everybody know when I say, oh, so Nigeria is a bad country. And then after that, another group maybe to tell and Mr. your better people become the president. Don't you know that it's going to be hard for him to change the mind of the people that have seen Nigeria as a bad country?
Okay.
What are we talking about? I don't understand. Kemi said this. Yes, we know what Kemi is saying. But must we continue to damage the image? To know who is old. All the people in Nigeria, they are old. They will not buy. By the time they buy, this Kemi have destroy the image. What time and better people coming? What did they think was going to happen? We should be thinking about that.
Okay.
What did the media is saying? It's true. It's true. He's saying his own opinion. He's saying his opinion. If they want to contest, let them contest. But my own is let me have free and fair election. If you win, that's it. If he doesn't win, that's it. But let me have the free and fair election. That's where I have the problem. And that's something very good, sir. You know, we always talk about this Lagos Calabar road. Highway. Now, I was speaking to someone who works in the Ministry of Works on Friday. He said everybody is complaining about why should Tinubu do this? He now said whether we like it or not, Tinubu will do it. And it's already started. And the thing is moving. So the first thing we should be looking at how we are going to tell our elders, to advise our government, look, highway is passing through here. This way highway is passing. You're going to develop this area.
Thank you.
That should be our own. Should be only now. No, only to whether we like it or not. Whether we talk for A to Z, he will do it, and he's doing it. Why can't we continue to do the right thing with our revenue? We're talking about the governors, all the governors of Ondo, Calabar, Warrior, all these people. We tell them, look, this area, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wale.
How you develop this area? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Wale. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
All right, callers. I think I'm done for now. Rather, maybe for today. Someone else is calling in. 1 minute. Thank you very much, Madam Emmy. Thanks for calling in. Good evening to you. Please talk to us, ma'am.
Good evening.
Thank you, ma'am, for calling in. Talk to us.
Thank you very much for picking my call, and thanks to everyone in the panel and one listening. First of all, the caller that just made this comment, I disagree with him when it comes to Kemi Badenock, that if somebody else comes in, the world is a global village whereby if Nigeria is good, everybody sees and it speaks for itself. So if Nigeria is bad now, everybody knows, not about what she's saying. So if it becomes good and we have a better president and good governance, it will actually reflect on its own. Number two, Lagos State. Lagos State should fight for the state whereby Lagosians should become they should come out and let Lagosians become governor of Lagos State, not people from other states. The people that are real Lagosians should be the owners to fight for who should be the governor, not Tinubu and his family or the people that are actually working for him. And 3, our governors and the government should be held accountable, because Nigeria is so rotten that once people are actually be given power, the first thing is they want to buy them Prado Jeep. You give all the commissioners, you buy them cars, whereby you don't have hospitals, you don't have schools. Those should be the priority. And if you want to buy cars for the people in governance, you should buy them near the Nigeria cars. If they want to buy a better car, they should spend their money to go and buy German cars or wherever they want to buy. There should be order whereby the Nigerian economy should actually speak for itself, whereby the system should actually help the producers to encourage them. So that thing should be, it is very, very important. Buying of cars, this is not only the Nigerian card for the Nigerian government. Then everybody should actually do what they want to do. But the main focus is every hospital in Nigeria should have solar, whereby these things are supposed to be the mandatory things, hospitals and schools. In some local governments, you see local governments, no good schools, and you see the government officials driving big cars in big houses. That's the first thing they will give to them. And they should slash their salaries and to make sure they're working for the people. And the other one again, churches in Nigeria, religion is the problem. In America, the first thing where a revolution started was from church. If Nigerian people are very wise, they should stop going to churches, because the CAN, or what's the Corporation Association of Nigeria, what are they doing? They know the problem of Nigeria. All they do is collect money from politicians. If on a Sunday, every churches come out to march for a change, only churches, forget about other religion, you will see changes. But the pastors know the truth, but they won't actually do it. I watched a video you talked about, a girl talking about government of the day, which is God. I totally agree with that girl. God, government of the day. People that are fighting, crying, they are fasting for food, good governance. It's not God they haven't seen. The people that are ruling them are the people they should be praying to and asking for this thing that they are praying for, an imaginary God that they will never find. And electoral reform should be the first thing everybody should be looking at, and not going for PVC or who should come first. Every politicians that want to do well for Nigeria, that's number one thing they should be fighting for, or else they know what they are doing and they are wasting the time of the people. So Nigerian case is actually something to be crying for, because unfortunately Kemi Badenock is very right. Once people keep saying the truth, I think the government, they would listen, and they know that the world is watching. It's not about Kemi Badenock. It is very clear that the government, they are so selfish. For example, Wike wants to become a president. What does he have to offer to the people? What does he have? What has he really done for his community? What moral does he have? What is he giving to the people? You want to become a leader. What are you giving to the people? It's not just having power and collecting the money for yourself. It's so selfish, no brainer. And I don't know, Nigeria is just the way you think about Nigeria, you just want to cry. And it's just unfortunate. Whenever I think about Nigeria, sometimes I just like shake my head. Is this going to work at all? Agberos now are the ones ruling Nigeria, because at the end of the day, if you look at different, even Delta states now, unfortunately, because of what is happening in Edo State, even the Delta State governor is trying to align with APC now, because everybody, they are looking at what is happening because of federal might. This is how the country is actually going down, because everybody can go
all right.
Everybody, they want to align with APC. You know why? Because nobody is saying anything. It's all business as usual. It's just a shame. I have so much to say, but I'll give other people a chance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Emi. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Okay, a lot of people actually called in on this particular topic today, but I'd like to give opportunity for my panelists to say something as well on this. But before that, I'd like to appreciate Didi Anthony for the super chat earlier on. Patty Solomon, thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful. Love of God is my strength. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Your pocket never run dry. God bless you all. Guys, do your part. Press on the like button. Help us to share. If you can't, press on the dollar sign. Encourage what we do here. But I'd like to move on to Madarita. Madarita, thank you very much for joining us today. Good evening to you. You have 8 minutes. I'd like you to contribute to this. What's your take on the topic right there on the screen? Then I'll come to
Mr. Elvis. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. I wasn't thinking I was going to be the one to speak. Well, thank you very much. All the same. Mommy Diaspora, I love you so much. My brothers and sisters in the panel, greetings to you as well. And those in the comment section, greetings to you. I think we had a newcomer who came to the panel. I don't know if he's still there. I just want to see.
Yes,
yeah, I'm still here. Thank you.
Oh, welcome. It's great to see you here. And hopefully, I pray you come here every day. We're here 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Mr. Elvis, please correct me. 7 p.m. Nigerian time every single day. Yes, every single day. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. I was listening to the extract, the submission of that man. I don't know what his name is. The man who was talking about the state of the nation and all that. You know, I was picking one or two things from what he was saying. One of the things that I picked up from what he was saying was the exchange rate. And he was talking about how, I don't know, we have this sort of, I don't know what, trying to use the right word now. There's this sort of belief, you know, that having US dollars, I mean, we all know that US dollars is the currency that rules the world right now, regardless of if pounds is higher, but US is the number one. And, you know, Nigerians typically, everybody's buying Forex, and that is kind of hurting us, sort of. And it's true. But, you know, I think he was extra careful, you know, not to really pay so much emphasis on the fact that we have elites and politicians. What I needed to hear for him to tell them, stop buying this. I know he explained the optics and all that. I'm not into the financial stuff, so that's why I can't wait for Mr. Jonathan to speak. But, you know, I wanted some emphatic word to say, you people, politicians, the elites, the non-state actors, I think the non-state actors are the worst anyway, stop killing our currency. These are the things that you're doing that's making manufacturing expensive in Nigeria, even the day-to-day transactions expensive in Nigeria. Also,
okay, Margarita, sorry, the man, his name is Mr. Taiwo Oyodele.
Oyodele. Oh, Mr. Taiwo. Okay, thank you very much.
Oyodele.
Taiwo Oyodele. Let me just in Yoruba accent. Oyodele. Mr. Jonathan, I hope I got that right too. But anyway, I was expecting him to be very, very emphatic on the elite, because we all know that, you know, most of these things that we're seeing going on in Nigeria, you know, the valuation of the naira, you know, how things, you know, inflation, it's and then you wonder, people are still traveling first class, business class. People are still doing, are having expensive parties. And this is a country that is the poverty capital of the world. You know, he was saying some things, and I believe what, you know, Love of God's My Strength was saying, like somehow I was smelling a rat there, you know, what he was saying, but he wasn't emphatic enough. And then the other aspect, which really, really bothered me, and Mr. Lanre, who called from the United Kingdom, God bless you, sir. And I pray that as you come to Britain, your life will get better, and your children's life will get better. It's very sad. At that age, we can imagine if he was in Nigeria, he would not have been able to sponsor his children to university. He will not have been able to have a quality life. And then this guy, Mr., you know, the man who was speaking about the state of the nation, he's telling us that we shouldn't say, may Nigeria never happen to you. Okay, I actually want to break it down. Why I'm not talking about for everybody now, we continually say, may Nigeria never happen to you. Many people who come from diaspora, some of you get the services of private security. May Nigeria never happen to you. There are many people, that's maybe some people don't know, that I know, I have seen women who give birth in the hospital, and one of the babies or some of the babies need to have, you know, they need to be in the incubator. They don't have incubators. In fact, that is even little. Let's go down to oxygen. They don't have enough oxygen in the government hospitals just to save that baby's life. They don't have electricity to perform surgery or C-section on women who are in distress and the baby's in distress. May Nigeria never happen to them. We have people who cannot afford basic education. Yes, basic education. I know that man was talking about somebody who couldn't afford 3,500 naira. So some people, 500 naira can be like, that's nothing to you. But that's a big deal for a lot of people. May Nigeria never happen to you. If you are arrested as a young man, you carry dreadlocks, you have a laptop, you're very tech savvy, and you're just doing your thing, and all of a sudden, police just stops you on the road, and why are you dressed the way you're dressed? As if we're in some sort of, I don't know which age that they even did that. If I read my history books now, where I don't know whether we're in Afghanistan or something like that, where they'll stop you and they question you as a young man, a young Nigerian man. Why is he dressed a certain way? Why is he carrying dreadlocks? And then they arrest him, and God forbid his parents don't know anybody. May Nigeria never happen to you. Yes, God forbid every young lady who God gave her, how endowed she is, and she's studying university, she's very brilliant, and they will have an intimidating lecturer who uses his powers, because Nigerians are, they love to intimidate people. I don't know. It's not natural. It's what we have seen and what we have ingested. Unfortunately, it's becoming a norm. Just because she's beautiful, you just feel that, oh, she's beautiful. Why is she so brilliant? No, I must get something from this girl. God help that girl. She doesn't have anybody who's standing for her. May Nigeria never happen to her or to you. So, sir, there's a plethora of situations where Nigerians are forced to say, may Nigeria never happen to you. The man who was living in the United States, that man, I told you, I know some family members. He was doing a lot for his community in Edo State. I think he's from Edo North. Yes, the man who was kidnapped and he passed away in the bush. That is a diasporan. What happened to him? He was kidnapped by up-to-date unknown gunmen or Fulani headsmen. May Nigeria never happen to any of us in diaspora that go home just because we want to go home and we love where we come from and we love our people. May Nigeria never happen to us in diaspora. So therefore, sir, when you tell us not to be using such words, or we should use some sort of affirmations like, oh, may good things happen to Nigeria. It's like you're trying to force a boga fish into our throat and forcing us to swallow it. No, that's not what Nigerians want to hear. America that you compared and said, oh, every day they are shooting and all that in the school by your own statistics, because you told us sometimes we shouldn't really believe statistics. It doesn't give us the reality of what's going on. But in America, they have institutions that work. Yes, they have institutions that work. We have people who are so-called Fulani headsmen. When they catch, and these people have done mayhem to a lot of people's lives, they catch them and they release them under the basis of, let us embrace them into the society. May Nigeria never happen to you in those bushes, sir. Or Fulani headsmen, may it never happen to you. But in America, anybody who's a shooter, you know what happens, what's going to happen to you. They know they have institutions that work, sir. They have institutions that work. So it's not your place to tell us to say positive affirmations about Nigeria, because everybody's story is different. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody's pain is, everybody's pocket is different. Everybody's situation is different. So you can't tell me how to feel. It's like you're beating me up and you're telling me I shouldn't cry. Or you're pissing on me and you're telling me that it's the rain that's falling. Hello? That's just what I want to say about that. I know I have a limited time, but I'm just going to try to be quick. Now, as for Sheyi Tinubu, yes, Mr. Alvis, you said, so I didn't really hear that part. I was off and on. You said they always, please don't allow them to be beating you online, sir. That you said that if Sheyi Tinubu has, he has a right to.
No. Later I talk, I go one platform, I went to comment that he's not too young to rule. Although his father's reputation might affect him and all that. So that word is not too young to rule. They beat me as I talk, so I still they take massage. The beat where they beat me for that comment section.
Please don't allow them to be beating you, I beg.
I'm trying to recover. I never still recover. Thank you.
Okay. There's nothing really wrong in Sheyi Tinubu wanting to be governor of Lagos State, even if he hasn't said that or declared that. But we need to look at the optics. We need to look at what's on ground. Present day Nigeria. Present day Nigeria. Those kinds of statements Sheyi Tinubu is not too young to run, or Sheyi Tinubu has a right to run. Those kinds of statements doesn't fit what Nigeria is experiencing right now, politically and economically. It doesn't fit. I mean, we know that in the US we have John Adams and John Quincy Adams, who were father and son. They become one US president, and we have the Bush, senior Bush and junior Bush. Even in Canada, we have Pierre Trudeau, who was Prime Minister of Canada. His son now is the President Prime Minister. So there's this, it happens. It happens. Even Bush, one of the Bush brothers, was a governor of a state in the United States. So, it's people don't really look at if a relative suddenly wants to run. As a matter of fact, in one of the cities where I am, the ex-husband, or rather, no, the husband, before they became ex-husband and wife, wanted to be a mayor. Yes. One wanted to even bring her son as the mayor. Yes, it happens. But you see, in Nigeria, those kinds of things would not work in present day Nigeria. People would frown. People will make it seem like you have no right to even vote. Sheyi Tinubu has no right to even say anything concerning politics. Why are they saying that? Because we all know we are a country of pretenders. Nigeria is a country of pretenders. We all know that every institution is operated in a mafia, is a combination of mafia and Napoleon Bonaparte, emperor-like system, where when the father becomes this, the next thing is they put their son. And we know that there are other people who are even better qualified, because this person is coming now is a privileged child. Yes, he's privileged by the position of what his father has become in Nigeria today. And then we have a son of a father that says, grab it, snatch it, and run away with it. And then his son, who is come on, man, come on. So that's why, Mr. Elvis, they will continue to beat your enemy when you make statements like that. It doesn't fit the current situation of Nigeria. Not everybody, I mean, we're not saying he doesn't have a right, but saying that right now, with the way things are, with the way the man from Badenock entered office, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that he has a right. Nobody. So I'm just going to leave it for that. I don't want to emphasize too much, because I know other people. Okay, for Kemi Badenock, maybe if I enter the second batch, because yes. I know Black Panther, is probably listening. I have my opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Rita. God bless you. Thank you. Not be small, they beat me for that comment section. Not be small. Some of them even call me say, "Now we spare Nigeria." So now we be this. So although what I learned from that comment section was Nigerians are very angry, but they only have power on comment section. Yes, Nigerians are angry. They are not happy with the way the country is going right now. But unfortunately, the only place they can express their anger is on comment section, which is also supposed to be. If you are angry with the way the country is going on, if you are angry with the way the satanic government or the past and present government are destroying or dilapidating the country and all that, you should hit the street and occupy the street and express your plight. But everybody is just on the comment section. They beat everybody. They go for comment section. Me, I don't understand. They don't let me have my freedom of speech. I appreciate you all, my people, and God will bless you now. I like us to move on. Let me call on there. It's just like yesterday as well. I forget to tell you that. Since yesterday, went to the Kabaka take all this platform before I come on live. Yes, I also they beat me since yesterday. Many people don't beat me for my email, for WhatsApp, for comment section, for everywhere. I don't understand. Some of them say to the Kabaka not reach where people carry like a platform like Nigeria was and all that. Let me educate those of you, because some of you are so here. Let me educate you. The platform doesn't have any kind of trace of segregation. You understand? Or limitation in terms of anybody that doesn't want to come here to speak. You should always have that in mind. The same people that you look down on, if they are doing the wrong thing, for example, we need them to question them. Or you just want to be behind, be questioning them from afar, and you cannot hear directly from them. I'm not truncating any of you or stopping you from your freedom of expression, how you will ask them questions. The only thing I'm stopping you guys from, you cannot insult my guests. And that can never change. If not that one on the verse put, it can never change. You can't insult my panelists, you can't insult my guests, you can't insult my callers or my commenters. The rules have always been there. Comrade Tony Kabaka came to the platform yesterday and you were given the platform or the opportunity for you to ask him any kind of question. But some of you say no. Now insult, now why insult, or we shouldn't allow him to be here at all. That's wrong. See, tomorrow, Dinon Malaya is bitter with this platform because we turned him down from coming to speak here. Now, so now still push that time. He can never. No, Mr. Naja will not go agree. We not go agree. I succumbed to that, which I later regretted. That at least, if not for anything, let him speak. If we have to stop all of them, then who are you going to talk to then? You want to end up end up your plight on the comment section like many majority Nigerians are doing. We should be able to talk to them directly. I want to know happy say I by God's grace, I have contact with all of them, almost all of them, that I can bring them here for you to question them. If you beat A and B and C to Z tomorrow, if you invite them tomorrow, they are not coming. Please, you need to get that right. Thank you very much. Blessed lady, thank you very much for super chat. I'm grateful. May God bless you, man. Your pocket never run dry. Okay. Okay, Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much, sir, for joining us this evening. Good evening to you. I'd like you to talk to us.
Mr. Elvis. Mr. Elvis, I greet you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, happy Sunday. I greet all fellow panelists and Mommy Diaspora. I greet you also. My God bless you abundantly. All the commenters and the callers, I greet you all. God bless you. Welcome. Yeah, I just want to spend the limited time given to me to talk on this man. I believe Madam Rita mentioned it, a little bit. Taiwo Yedele. This man is, this man's, whatever this man is doing right now will affect Nigeria as a country and Nigerians for the foreseeable future. We must get that straight. As far as I'm concerned, economically, is the most powerful man. As you see him there, that man there, right now, in the scheme of things in Nigeria. That's sometimes in Nigeria, we don't really, we can't figure these things out. But because Nigeria is a country of lies, a country of deception, that's the reason why people like this, at this point in time, at this stage, could come out and try to play as brilliant as he is. At some point, I thank you, Mr. Elvis, you played the full length, but at some point I got so bitter, I must express that I had to stop listening to him. Because I knew after listening to him for about 5-6 minutes, I knew exactly the next thing he's going to say. Exactly the next thing, every point that he's going to touch on, because it's on a mission. He's still on a mission. That's not the only one. This man is on a mission. His mission is get out there, talk to Nigeria, especially young Nigerians altogether, convince them, trick them to believing that things are working. Use your pedigree, use your educational background and your knowledge to convince them, to trick them. That's how simple I can go. Trick them to believe that things are going well and whatever these people are doing is all well. It is not. It is not. I'm so disappointed. They have no capacity to say the truth because they believe that when they use people like Oyedele, they can come out and bamboozle people, deceive people, that people will not be skilled or knowledgeable enough, most Nigerians. And those that even have the skill or the knowledge, they don't even have time. But
Mr.
the
Jonathan,
trouble...
Mr. Jonathan, sorry for pausing.
Yeah.
It just occurred to me. You see that man that came out, the so-called expert that came out,
Yeah.
because Sanusi speech, the one that Mr. Naja was, he said,
Yeah.
I am yet to see somebody that's come to explain to Nigeria what the heck they're doing. So they had to bring this person to deceive Nigerians. That is the response.
Is on a mission. Is on a mission. These people have no capacity to say the truth, and I'm here after listening to him just to touch. There's even no time, because I will need equal time as he himself as he had to dissuade every point that this guy made. But for the purpose of this platform, let's just touch on 3 or 4, or 2, 3 or 4, if time permits. Everything he said was just a lie. He came out there to deceive Nigerians. Pure and simple. And he will not expand on it. I was waiting for him. Maybe he will go deeper. He knows that if he goes deeper, he will have to, he will be getting himself into trouble. He talked about investment, foreign investment. Let's start by saying this. He said the outlook. He said the worst is behind us. What a lie. The worst is behind us. That's what this man said, quote and unquote. That's his statement. And this man will be held accountable for this. And with this will come after him. Nigerians will come after him. He said the worst is behind us. You are working for your paymaster. You have no capacity to say the truth. For him, he may claim that it's not about the money because he's earning well in the private sector. Agreed. But for him, Taiwo Oyedele, is about position. It's about title for you. That's all. That's just what it is for you. If it is not about the money, it is about the position, the title. You are out there now speaking. Nigerian government is sending you both within Nigeria and outside Nigeria to be perpetrating these lies. Investors confidence. How is that trickling down to the average, the poor Nigerians? Bring down bring down $10 billion today. Let the market will open tomorrow in Nigeria. Bring $10 billion to enter the Nigerian stock market tomorrow. How that will affect the man on the street in Nigeria, I don't know. It is for their own pocket. It is for their own gains. This is simple. How that will impact the lives of the Gary seller in Nigeria. You will come and explain to us. He talked about structural adjustment. Structural adjustment for what? This structural adjustment that we are talking about, how that again will impact Nigerians. I don't understand. And then he continues. When he talked about the structural adjustment, he did not mention the ways and means. The trillions of naira that has been printed since 18 months, since this present government now got into power. He did not mention that. And how you will juxtapose that, how that structural adjustment will work in line with these ways and means of trillions of naira. You will need to explain to us, Mr. Oyedele, you will need to do that. You didn't talk about, I was waiting whether you will talk. You dare not go to the ways and means. You dare not go there. You talked about forests, the Forex Reserve, another lie that Nigeria has $39 billion now in this, that it has been increasing since the last 18 months. But Mr. Oyedele, you did not tell us the net. How the CBN governor, Cardozo, Wale Edu, the finance minister, how they are disgraced in Washington, D.C. in September last year. They disgraced them. They asked them, both of them sitting, we know about this reserve. Please tell us the net reserve. Here was their response. we will go back and we'll get back to you. That was the response of the finance minister in the eyes of the whole world, sitting in front of, I'm talking of real investors. They couldn't answer that question last year. Today, they still will not provide you answer to that question. What is the net? Stop lying to Nigerians. It is the net that matters. You can earn $10,000. How much was deposited into your account at the end of the month or 2 weeks? How much tax has been taken? It is what gets into your account that is your money. That is your net. What is Nigerians' net? And stop peddling this $39-40 billion. If Nigeria has $40 billion, we keep saying it, Mr. Oyedele, why is Naira still 1,005, 1,006? Why can't Nigeria take $10 billion and enter the foreign exchange market tomorrow and defend the Naira? In the next 3 weeks to 4 weeks, we'll see Naira drop back to 900 Naira. Why can't you do that? The answer is because you don't have the dollar. You don't have it. Why do you keep lying? And you are there also peddling this. And another lie, Mr. Oyedele, and you knew this is a lie. You are sitting, people are clapping there for you. You need this, everything you are saying there is a lie. To crown it all, you say the outlook, the worst is behind us. That was when I shut it off. Said the outlook. Which means that the conclusion of the whole matter, everything I have said so far, the outlook is that the worst is behind us. Why you lied all through? This man lied again. He said Nigeria is not import dependent. Based on what? There are voodoo economies that they apply all the time. You are based. If you can say that. If you say okay, it is only, you only base it on crude oil exports. How much is coming in from crude oil that Nigeria is making from crude oil versus how much import Nigeria is making? When you use that only, crude oil only, you will say, okay, Nigeria is exporting more than Nigeria is importing. But that is not the case. And you know that. You pick and choose, you cherry pick. You only base it on crude oil. Nigeria is import-dependent nation. Simple. More than 70% of what we consume in Nigeria are imported. Why, if you really want to be truthful to Nigerians, what you should, someone like you, an economist like you, with your background, if you are not deceptive, what you should have said is that excluding this, we are excluding all other items. We base it only on crude oil. Then we can agree with you. But the way you said it, you want Nigerians to believe that Nigeria is not an import dependent. Even the baby in the womb know that. Nigeria is not an import-dependent country. How much money did the government spend even on vehicles alone in a year? It's so sickening that this is just doing the work of his paymaster. Two more things, Mr. Elvis, before just like for Nigerians to know that everything he said there was all deceptive. He was there to lie to Nigerians. He's on a mission. He talked about consumer credit. Mr. Oyedele, how dare you? How many Nigerian businesses, even those with 20 million naira deposits in their account in Nigeria today, even those with 25 million naira in their account today, can walk into a Nigerian bank and demand for a 5 million naira loan if they will get it? How many? I'll tell you, probably none. Zero. And you're talking about consumer credit. How much percentage of the 2025 budget is allocated to education or to healthcare? You need to tell us that. So the worst is not behind us. And I can say the outlook for 2025 for Nigeria is not looking good as it stands. People can, if you think you are patriotic enough, you are so nationalistic and you don't agree with that, please come out with your numbers and let's talk. They talk about insecurity. Insecurity in the northeast is even at an alarming rate as we speak right now. And now agric production will now rise with that insecurity that we're seeing. I still don't know where that agric production will come from with the level of insecurity that we're still seeing in the northeast. But anyways, Nigeria is a country of lies. We don't tell truth to ourselves, we like to deceive ourselves. Every point that this man made there he was not ready to say the truth. He was out there to deceive Nigerians.
You think he was working with these satanic people?
Of course, it's their main man. This is their main man now. This is their main man that is out there now. Is their main man. They believe that it's not a politician per se, that he will have, when he speaks, people will believe him. So they are tired of sending the likes of Wale Edu, even the finance minister, has no guts to come out. He has lost all credibility. The central bank governor has lost all credibility. These people can't even come out and talk. This is the man they can use now to come out and talk on the economy to Nigeria or Nigerians.
Anyway, what you cited was different from what I cited. So that's why you see this platform. We are here to learn every day. You know, for me, I didn't see it this way. I thought it was actually speaking for us. Until
No. This one was not that meeting, that event was a propaganda machine and a propaganda event. It's not so. It's to come and tell. And if you look at the audience there, they are, if you see the faces of the audience, they are youth, predominantly youth. These are the people that they need to convince. It's just to deceive. It's deception. It's just to trick Nigerians to believe. And if you don't know all of these things, you will just fall flat for it. Everything that I have stated is they are all facts. If a man in this age and time, somebody will come with both face, look you eyeball to eyeball, and say Nigeria is not an import-dependent nation. That alone should have made you to say this man is a liar from the pit of hell. Nigeria is not an import-dependent nation. Where? That means you are being mischievous. You are not saying the truth. Nigeria, where they buy, I don't know the kind of alliance or agreement that they have with Toyota or Honda. I don't understand. He's talking about Forex going down in one way. On the other hand, look at the amount of money they are spending on importation of foreign cars into Nigeria annually. It's like you are moving one step forward and two steps backward. Everything that you work on the foreign, you neutralize it again by this stupid desire for importation, especially foreign vehicles. What stops Nigeria from banning it outright? If you want to, you will pay the tariffs to the Nigerian government 300%. If you have the money, fine. Give the Nigerian government the money. Nigerian government will take it gladly. Nigerian industries are there. You are not patronizing them. Are they going to use Naira to? Are you telling me they are using Naira to? Is it not at the end of the day? Is it not dollars that they are using to bring all those vehicles in, all those SUV that they are bringing into Nigeria annually? As a matter of fact, must government change vehicles every year? Must government officials and legislators change vehicles every year? Do you know billions of dollars? You have to exchange it literally. You need the dollars to get these vehicles in. That is only vehicle. Literally everything, they import it. Witayo Oyedele tell me that even in his office, all the curtains all the furnishings in his office. Let him mention 2 Nigerian companies that made those that are manufacturing those items in his office. The refrigerator in his office, the AC in his office, the curtains and the carpet is in his office. Mention the 2 Nigerian companies that are making them if they are not imported. And you say Nigeria is not an import-dependent nation. You alone. Do you know how much how much dollar that you are taking out of Nigeria because of importation? And now talk of the entire Nigerian government and the entire Nigerian population. If you want to know that Nigeria is an import-dependent nation, take a look at your office, your house, and everything that is there, from your carpet to your AC to your refrigerator, everything inside your house. This one was made in Kogi. This one, the manufacturer is somewhere in Enugu. This one, none. Apart from the tomato, perhaps the tomato that you are using to cook. Everything is imported. Houses are being built across Nigeria every day. People spend billions, trillions of nairas are being built on real estate. Largely, most of the items are imported, and it's still saying that Nigeria is not an import-dependent nation. How? Because if you refuse to see the problem, you cannot get a genuine solution. You have to see and identify the problem. And I waited for him. I said I refused to listen to him again. I decided to listen to him because, okay, this man is there. He has knowledge. I will learn 1 or 2 things. This man did not say anything about export. Nothing about export. And you are telling me that the worst is behind us when Nigeria is exporting what Nigeria is exporting and what Nigeria is importing. The difference is day and night. And you are saying the worst is behind us. How will that be? Is it not the money that is coming in through export before Naira will start, bouncing back? But we are getting nothing. We are literally getting nothing that will be sufficient enough to fight the dollar. We are getting nothing apart from the crude oil. And the crude oil that you are talking about, those money are not staying with us. They are not. You agree. You yourself, you confess that they have borrowed against them. So it is not Nigerians' dollar, even those ones, because they have borrowed against them. But Nigeria can enter it as export anyways. So you can see we are deceiving ourselves. You will say you sold goods of 1 billion, but the 1 billion is not showing in your account. But you can enter it anyways that you sold 1 billion. See the deception there. That is the deception that the layman on the street must recognize. They can say that Nigeria is exporting, but the money for those items are not there. They are not there for Nigerians to use. If they are there, why do you keep on borrowing? You also admitted that the NNPC has not remitted anything. Up till November last year. November was the first time that NNPC remitted. You agree to that. So what an height of deception that we have in that country. And people like this will come out and try to sell it to Nigeria. I know, I can tell you, I'm not the only one speaking. We'll wait for the coming days, with the next 2-3 days. People this is what I'm saying. I know I can say it with my full chest. These are fine. I'm not alone. People will come out and dissuade everything they said there. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. I'm very happy that you got all the time to express your view on that particular video today. Before we have our final submission with you and Madam Rita, I would like us to go back again to Very Dark Man, regarding on the EFCC situation that happened yesterday and an update from Edo State concerning the ongoing appeal court, the governorship appeal court. But let me start with the Edo State one
Yes, my people, my name still remain Good Luck Society. I don't bring an update of what happened for court today, as I promised now yesterday. Today, na 18th of January 2025. Today, na Saturday. So I want first tell you now, say all the katakata, the security katakata when it happened yesterday, did not happen. Those people when it caused those things yesterday, they're not allowed to enter court today. So security they tight, different from yesterday. Everywhere, everything they calm. So as we enter inside the court, now so the PDP lawyers come present their document, everything, all the documentary evidence, the certified copies of them, the beavers, the ECA forms, everything when they need, all the documentary evidence. Today they don't finally submit them and courts don't admit them. It gets somewhere they will provide self-help. When the APC lawyers see them, they just answer, say they know they debate this one, they know they argue around. So now so it happen, everything go on well smoothly. Court come adjourn till Monday the 20th of January. So for the next stage, that one at the next stage when it will happen. And as we promise, as they go on, we will still come to give una the update. Una well done.
All right. Yes, according to that video, what happened 2 days ago at the court where they were fighting and all that. So all of them were banned. None of them were allowed to come to the court yesterday, Saturday, 18th. None of them. So the whole situation is going on well now. So the next hearing is going to be tomorrow, 20th of January 2025. So I thought I should bring that in. Let's take this video here.
All right, now to the issue of this EFCC operative that was shot when they went for a raid in Anambra. So it was reported yesterday that some EFCC operative, they went to a compound in Anambra State. They scaled through the fence at 3 a.m. to make an arrest and a raid. They didn't know that the compound that they were coming to, those people had gone. And that was how they exchanged fire that led to the buy of this man, this EFCC personnel named Salisu. They moved him to his state in Sokoto and he has been buried. I've been seeing a lot of comments, that are very, very disturbing. Some people are saying, oh, EFCC had it coming, they do too much. Yes, maybe they have been doing too much. Some other people were saying, because this guy where they buy now, they're saying in wedding they come up soon. Some people say go do the raid so that I go get money, take do wedding. Thank God say they buy him. You understand? EFCC native and all that. Yes, fine and good. We can say okay, no problem. But now there are some very, very disturbing tweets that don't sit right with me, and I need to educate most of them about a lot of things when it comes to all this crime for Nigeria. Now, Solomon Buchi of all persons, I have a question for you. You tweeted a Nigerian man shot an EFCC officer that raided his home by 3 a.m. I am very happy. If you come in the night, you are a thief that should die by the gun. Solomon Buchi, do you know what this your tweets have encouraged? Do you know what message this your tweet is sending to the youths? Other than that, are you even a human being? Somebody was by in the line of duty. This is a human being. Let's leave the FCC out of it first. This is not a human being. This is not somebody's son, somebody's brother. You see all these security agencies where you see, you see now they just pick them from ground. These are other people's family, for crying out loud. You are saying you are happy, even though you know that it's an EFCC. Did you even read your tweets? You are happy. You know where this kind, you know the encouragement, you want to encourage the youths now to start to the fight against security agencies to the arm yourself. Do you know what this tweet? But anyways, that's on the side. But bro, this is wrong. Now, let's come to another tweet. See, how can an EFCC operative scale a fence to make an arrest at midnight? I wish all three were shot. Now, let me educate you people on something. You see, how can an EFCC operative scale a fence to make an arrest at midnight? Nigerians, youths, you people need to understand this, or generally Nigerians. There is no particular time to fight crime. There is no particular time to fight crime. There's nowhere where they scheduled the time to fight crime from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the night. No. Although a lot of all these our security agencies, all these our personnel, they abuse all these things. Yes, fine and good. But don't take it in your mind to say, how will they come by 3 a.m.? No. Even the popular hush puppy will not know. Let me play a short clip as to when he was arrested.
6 raids were carried out simultaneously while the suspects were sleeping in their Dubai residences. After months of investigating and hours of monitoring the gang's social media accounts,
hush puppy was picked when they were sleeping. Most of the intel about all these fraudsters, all these kidnappers and all that, do you think you can go and catch them during the day? Most of these people, is at night that they work. Now, let's now come back to EFCC. If you check now, if you say those people, they don't even give them authorization, there was no warrants to go to that place. Because a lot of them, they go do chua, they go make one kind of arrest where their organ don't even authorize them. Yes, a lot of them, they make all those arrests where their organ don't authorize them. But again, let's look at the other place of all these whole things. How were those guys enabled to possess a firearm? That's another thing entirely. And with the mind where these guys, they shoot at the EFCC, waiting those people, they use that gun they do for their house. That should be a question. That should be a question. Are they just keeping the gun for protection, or they use it too to go and do their own illegalities and to do their own business? Are they part of the IPOP members that are disturbing the peace of the East? Nobody won't even ask, say, how? If they go catch those boys now, I am 80% sure, say, they don't even get license to that gun where they hold. So what is he doing in that gun, with that gun? Now when they encourage this thing, next thing all these boys go start to possess firearm. Person find their trouble, they come on go bah. They won't go do forceful entry for girls. They'll carry the gun, go there. Be careful what you people encourage. When they appear, EFCC, tomorrow these boys go use this gun, enter highway. Tomorrow they go use it until they enter on our houses. EFCC might have gone there without a warrant. Yes, quite all right. They do that. They abuse their office. But to come out and say you are happy, say they buy an EFCC person, different people, we are happy. Hey, this one. Some people, they won't issue threats. Say, if EFCC come my house, come read, I go do this, I go do that. Come on. If you know what if frauds don't do us for this country, you know what they talk. Do you know how many people lose money on a daily to different fraudsters and scammers? And to add insult upon injury, to add on all of this, all these boys now will carry all this money. Nobody say that they use and do anything in terms of development. So you are happy, Solomon Buchi, say they buy person. You are happy. I don't know whether you want to decide to follow trade. I've been a class, you want to use and chase me. They say, okay, yes, you fight for the people, yes. Because I know Nigerians, a lot of now when the general people don't they follow one line, all of them will just go. But somebody needs to sit down and think. What are you encouraging? Are you encouraging that the youth should start possessing firearms? Is that what you are encouraging, Solomon Buchi? This your tweet now goes a long way, bro. Goes a long way. But ultimately, there is no particular time to fight crime. Don't let anybody deceive you. Say, police came in the night. Now, before me said they follow the talk down one. And they talk on two before. But no, it is not supposed. They can fight crime anytime. Because ask yourself, how do they catch kidnappers? If they get a particular time to fight crime, they catch highway robbers. Then you don't even need security. You don't need security if you think there's a particular time to fight crime. You think you need police station? Do you need police station if there's a particular time to fight crime? Who are they using our sense for Nigeria? This country in our own. This country in our own. The way when they take carry this country matter, sometimes now needs to be used in our head. Nigeria is our own.
All right. That's a response right there from Ferry Darkman concerning what happened 2 days ago in Anambra State. According to the information that came to everyone, that the Yahoo boys shot an EFCC official when they broke into his house. But there's information also going on right now. I will put this on screen, then I will read, allegedly. But it's going on everywhere. As you can see, let me take it from here. A medical doctor killed EFCC officer in Anambra North. Yahoo boy said that he thought they were kidnappers. It was a medical doctor that killed an EFCC officer when they came like armed robbers in the middle of the night. At a time, the state was faced with insecurity, and the man reacted in a self-defense, probably thinking they were robbers. The man involved is a medical doctor with no ties to illegal activities. The pump action gun he used was reportedly licensed normally before the EFCC operate in any area. They are required to notify the local police. Fortunately, this protocol was not followed during their operation in Aqua that night. So, according to the question that Very Dark Man was asking just now, if the guy have a license to the gun, yes, the investigation is going on now. That the guy have a license to his pump passion and is a medical doctor. Doesn't have any trace to Yahoo boy, and because of the insecurity in Southeast, the guy said he thought they were kidnappers. But meanwhile, I would like us to move on. When the doctor called to confirm whether the relevant security agencies were aware of the EFCC presence, he was informed that they were not. Believing he was confronted by kidnappers and acting out of self-defense, he fired when they broke into his apartment at midnight. Regrettably, 2 EFCC operatives were injured in the process. Upon realizing they were from the EFCC, he immediately dropped the weapon. Meanwhile, the EFCC actions in Anambra have raised concerns. Initially, they attempted a raid in a particular area but were intercepted by the police, who were unaware of the operation. According to the EFCC, due to a shortage of personnel, they altered their plans and proceeded to raid a smaller location. They forcibly entered the estate and targeted apartments based on the types of cars parked outside the apartment, using them as indicators for which unit to search the apartment. So, according to what is here now, is that what they were doing, what EFCC is always doing, is that the kind of car you park outside of your house is what pushed them to break into houses like that, hoping or thinking that everybody is a Yahoo. You know, okay, this raises the questions. How did operatives from the EFCC Enugu Zonal Office go to Anambra amid ongoing insecurity in the state without informing the local police, especially while facing a shortage of manpower? It is so unfortunate that we lost a staff of the commission, but this called for a new strategy. I don't buy into EFCC entry an apartment like criminals. They went to the media with story of Yahoo boys shooting EFCC operatives because they can't defend mode of their operation in Aqua that night. EFCC should conduct investigation before invitation, or even arrest. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission should change their strategies to reflect intellectual and intelligence operation. Barrister Odumu, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, my people, like I said, what I just read to you guys now is allegedly. I'm not sure where this is coming from, but this is another information that is reaching and circulating right now, that the guy doesn't have any trace to illegality or criminality in his life. He's a medical doctor and he have a nice car. And EFCC targets, according to allegedly, always target apartment that have good car outside. They break into the apartment, you know, thinking that anybody who drive nice car is like that. And unfortunately, I would like to add this little one to it. Like in Lagos, for example, if police see you with a nice car, they pursue you. They want to stop you. Until you now roll down, they now get to see you. Okay. Organa, you be that. Good evening, sir. Your boys, they say so no, and all those kind of rubbish. And it's wrong. It's wrong. They are always doing it in Lagos. You know, I actually questioned some of them the other day. I parked myself. They didn't stop me. I parked my car. Then they walked to me. You know, I rolled down and I came down from the car. I pointed at 4 vehicles that wasn't supposed to be on the road here in Lagos. 4. I said, you people are not stopping these cars. How come you are targeting nice cars? They were laughing.
That's why they will get money now. Those ones, they know if you get money from those ones.
You know, they were laughing. Then I pointed at 4 cars, and they defended one like, okay, that one of them was boss, the other one was a lorry carrying rods, building material rod and all that. But there were no single headlight or indicators or whatever. This car shouldn't be on the road. But their response was, sir, we don't feel hold this kind of cars. If we try to hold this kind of car, the next thing we receive a call from one big office and say, oh, let that car go. That was their statement. He says, so we cannot hold them. They don't allow us to do our job. I said, but it's not a good thing.
You mean truck? You mean truck?
Truck, yes, and bus, commercial buses. That's what he told me. He said, no, they are not, because whenever they try, they always receive calls from one big office telling them, no, why are you crazy and all that? Let that car go. So because of that, they don't bother stopping those kind of cars anymore. And these are the cars that are dilapidated or rubbish that are supposed to be on the road. They are endangering many people's lives, on the road. Motorists are, taking risks, having this kind of car. That doesn't have, most of them don't even have brakes. Look at the bus that hit my car the other day, laying on the floor begging and all that. Police people came in. The first thing they said is, sir, mobilize us. Then we take deal with her. Just imagine. So sometimes, yes, nobody is justifying the killing of this young man. For me, sorry, the young EFCC guy, I'm not happy about it, but let's get things right in our country for things to work for us all. That is the truth. You can't just break into people's house like that just because they park nice cars outside, allegedly, as they've stated. So this person go get money, you fair arrest them first. And the surprising part and the shocking part of it is that their guard not even aware they are doing this thing. Because this guy on the screen now said he called the EFCC. They said no. He called the police in his area, and they said no, there's no report like that. Before EFCC before EFCC arrest anybody in any area in Nigeria, they're supposed to inform the police force in that local government that this is what we want to do. We are raiding social property and all that. But according to this information, that they did not inform anybody. So there's a lot of things that we need to look into for Nigeria to work, for Christ's sake. I was coming from the gym the other day. This one was last week here. No, this week. Today's Sunday, right? This week. Road safety stopped me. As I wrote down, the first question I asked him was the same thing I just mentioned just now. I said, sir, why did you stop this car? He said, we want to see your driver's license. I said, there's nothing wrong about that. Anything you want to see, I'll give it to you. Let me come down and show you cars you should be stopping. Do you know that this man did not even ask for my license anymore? They would like to bring another conversation to cover everything up by saying, sir, they don't have relevant anything to say. I gave one my license the other day. He said, because I'm having a UK driver's license, how long have you been in the country? How long have you been? I said, come, be professional for once. Is that how you're supposed to speak to people? He said, are you teaching me my job? I said, yes. I asked him, how long do I supposed to be in this country to use my foreign license? And this police officer don't know. He said, yes, 2 months. 2 months. He asked me, how long have you been around? I said, I've been around for 3 months. He said, no, you shouldn't be using your driver's license anymore. It's expired already. Because normally you need to leave the country and come back. And I told him, you are wrong.
Agbero police officers.
I told him, he said, you are teaching me my job. I said, no, I'm telling you, the Constitution, 1999, as amended, I can use my license for 6 months in this country, Nigeria. He said, okay, you are not trying to teach me my job. Okay, all right. I said, can I have my license? He said, oh, hold on, we are still doing some check. I said, I can leave the license for you. I don't have any problem. All I need to do is to make a call. UK government will send another one to my address in the UK, and my wife will forward it to me. Simple. He now give me. I say, okay, sir. Okay, all right. Listen, nothing is working. These people target cars they stop to intimidate you, to extort from you, and all that.
Nothing can work in a lawless environment.
It's something else, man.
You know?
Anyway, with what I've just presented now, I'd like you, moderator, to talk on this. Moderator, please give us 5 minutes on this. Thank you, ma'am.
5 minutes on this. So that means I'm not going to talk about Kemi anyway. That's the talk.
Okay. Let you have 8 minutes, both of them.
Okay. Speaking about this EFCC issue, what I've come to realize is what you give out to a society is what it absorbs. And what a society absorbs is what it becomes. Nigeria has become what was given to them. Lawlessness, intimidation, nepotism, tribalism, 419 fraud, unfairness, wickedness. That is what we have absorbed. And that is why Nigeria has become what it is, unfortunately. What is happening now, like what is happening in Anambra State? The guy has a right to his defense because we have seen it severally. We have seen it several times. I always even played it here. There are people who wear the Nigerian uniforms and they're on the road in the name of security. They're kidnappers. And Nigeria, we shouldn't lie to ourselves. We know that sometimes, based on the confessions of even people that they've captured, they've told us about the collaboration with the security forces and these miscreants in our society. So I don't blame the guy. It was self-defense. It was self-defense. And for him to even call to find out, because obviously he knows the process. These EFCC officers were even from any good state. What is the process of arrest? That is why I said we have become what the society has given us. That's what we've become. What the EFCC is doing, the police is doing, including the army, they have become what the society has presented to them. There's no direction, there's no due process. They know the process. The EFCC, if any, the EFCC, DSS, they all know the process. We have seen what happened with Afe Babalola and Dele Farotimi. Was that the process? All the way from Ekiti, you came to Lagos State. It was now later because of the uproar that the Lagos State Commissioner said, oh, yes, they actually contacted them later. Come on. We have become what the society has given us. That's just what happened there. And unfortunately, this young man passed away. Nigeria happened to him. This is what we're talking about, Mr. Taiwo. Is it Mr. Taiwo? That's his name. You want talking about the state of the nation? Yes. This is a case of Nigeria not happened to you. Before you play this video, I just made an example with the police, and this is exactly what Nigeria has happened to the EFCC man. Unfortunately, it's the same. Listen, the wheel has not been reinvented. The wheel is still rolling. It's rolling. The only thing that changes is the face, but it's still the same rolling. The wheel is just still rolling. It's unfortunate this man passed on, and the doctor, I can't blame him, because some people will come and say they're EFCC or they're the army, and they are not. They are robbers. And knowing about the insecurity in Nigeria, the guy has a right to defend himself. Because if they are going through due process, that video that VDM played, showing how they arrested that guy in Dubai. I don't want to mention his name. It's not worthy to be mentioned here, But I mean, if we go through what led to that, how the process was, it's not the same as what these EFCC people did. It's not the same. Even when PDD was arrested in the United States of America, simultaneously in 2 different states, there was due process. Everybody was on standby. Nobody was hurt. These kinds of things won't happen. And I can tell you now, if they tell us the true investigation, I can tell you that it's somebody that called just to spite this man, this doctor. And they say they'll say he's a 419, he's doing this, or he's selling organs, being a doctor. Those kinds of things. Somebody who he had a fracas with or a disagreement with, he went to Enugu because they had a connection, nepotism we're talking about. And that's why they came all the way from Enugu to Anambra State. You know, so we have become what our society has given us to absorb, unfortunately. Now, back to Kemi Badenock. She said, I don't want the UK to be poor like Nigeria, where the government, where terrible government destroys lives. Mr. Elvis, I know you asked a question. You said, do we agree with that? I would say it's 50-50 for me. I would not entirely agree with that. Kemi Badenock should be very, very careful. She's a politician, and she's trying to score some political points, right? And what she has to do now is to now juxtapose her experience, her hands-on experience living in Nigeria to make her point. However, it's becoming boring. This is my own opinion. It's becoming boring. What does she mean by you don't want to be become poor like Nigeria? I know they say United Kingdom is a welfare country. I mean, a certain chunk of percentage, goes to maybe social welfare, and health in the United Kingdom. I mean, there are things that someone can talk about. Okay, health. Is she indirectly saying? She's using this state. I see this statement like relating to immigration, if you ask me, because for health, there's a kind of wonder if, okay, the way the United Kingdom is fast growing now, population wise, would the health system be able to contain all these people coming in? The educational system, are we able? I mean, those are one of the things that Canada is kind of facing now, and then. You talk about employment. I just saying that these foreigners, are they coming now? And then the British people will not see any employment because employers are looking for cheap labor, which is obviously illegal. Cheap labor, because they know that these people, they're not documented properly in the United Kingdom. And so every employer or every factory or every care home want to give them less than what they would actually have been earning per hour. And then are these people going into the system, the social services system and partnership? What are these foreign people coming into? So, she's actually pushing away from the main issue. That's what I think. This is politics now. But using Nigeria as a case study to say where the government destroys lives, how is that? I'm trying to marry that with the British system of government, or how the quality of life of the British people now. That's why I say the games that she's playing is becoming boring. And I know that the opposition, I don't know if it's the Liberals or I don't know who is the second opposition now. If anybody who is smart enough can punch her on those things, those points, and say, why is Nigeria such a yardstick? Why is many British people have never been to Nigeria before? They only see it on social media. But however, her points are becoming boring. And if you ask me that question, I will still say it's 50-50. The other 50 parties, because her boring, using Nigeria as a case study. The other 50 parties, yes, Nigeria happened to a lot of people. It's our reality. That's why I say it's 50-50. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. And I have to leave right now because I'm kind of occupied. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. And Mr. Jonathan, God bless you, sir, and every other person.
All right, Amanda Rita, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. God bless you for putting a voice to this broadcast today. Yes, we are also rounding up now. Now, Mr. Jonathan, I remain. Mr. Jonathan, please give us your final submission.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, thank you. Thank you very much. Let me quickly say this. Yeah, I think for Kemi Badenock, I think she's now treading on a very dangerous line. It's politics. Yes, what she said is true. I believe that Nigerian government is destroying lives. Not just this government, successive governments in Nigeria. But I think she should focus on British politics. Otherwise, if she continues on this trajectory, she will be hurting herself and hurting her political party. So she should just focus on, because you will be confusing the British people. As Madam Rita said, which I agree to completely, many British don't even know anything about Nigeria. So they will just, why are you paying so much attention on this when we have so much issues here at home? So she should just focus on that. Otherwise, she will just be shooting herself and her party. And eventually, the British politicians, the Labour Party politicians, they will start seeing, I mean, the Conservative rather, they will start seeing this. It will be written all over the place, and they will start. She will become, before she know it, she will just become a liability, and they'll kick her out. So just focus on. Even though what you are saying is those are facts, but you need to play your game and your politics right. I want to quickly say this on Edo State. I'm happy with the report the guy gave with respect to tight security. I like his report, very brief and straight to the point. Tight security, and that the PDP submitted their evidence and there were no objections from APC. Those are, I mean, that's very significant, but we'll see how all this pans out at the end of the day. I just want Nigerians to know that, see, we should not keep quiet. When you compare this to 2023, we are seeing this all over again. It's like deja vu. When cases are in court, it is the Nigerian voters, in this case now, the Edo State voters that should be out there. If you cannot defend your vote on the day of election at the polling unit, there is another second chance to defend your votes in a peaceful way now by coming out every day. Let them know that all these people now that they will be claiming, like over maybe 300,000 people that voted for or 400,000 people that voted for PDP. You can't even see 20,000 of them out there. The same thing happened to every one of us in 2023. The allocated numbers to Peter Obi, over 6 million. Nobody was out. We didn't even see people. I believe that if 1% of that number, 1% of that number were out consistently in 2023, the judges will have taken a different turn. So we should, because they will say at the end of the day, the Supreme Court is a court of public policy. Fine. It's a court of public policy. If the Supreme Court is a court of public policy, then the Supreme Court is also open to public opinion as well. Your policy is going to impact and affect the public. So that means that the public also has a say, because whatever the Supreme Court says is final. Is a court of public policy. Then the public also have a say to influence whatever the decision that the Supreme Court will also make. So, but when the public just sat down there just doing nothing, you leave it all entirely to them. They are human beings. They will make errors. Maybe for their own personal gains, whims and caprices, they will do whatever they want to do at the detriment of the generality of the people. They will do all of that, but the people must not just keep quiet. So in the Edo State right now, people should not just keep quiet. Let your voices be heard by coming out. If you know that your candidate, PDP, actually won the election, don't just leave it to the lawyers alone. People should organize themselves in a way and manner. We must learn lessons. These are the lessons of 2023. 6 million people allocated to Peter Obi. 1% of that 6 million were not on the street. 1%. Just 1% of that 6 million. Talk of 1%, which is about, you think 1% of that 6 million will be on the street of Nigeria? You think they will sworn in Tinubu May 25th, 2023? You think the Supreme Court will come up with that judgment? 1% of 6 million. One. I'm not talking of 2. 0.5% of that 6 million on the street of Nigeria. But nothing happened. So it is with the people. At the end of the day, it boils down to us, the people. So lastly, on the EFCC, I don't entirely agree with VDM when he started asking the question about how did the guy obtain his firearm. What a question. How did kidnappers obtain their AK-47 in Nigeria? Because if you are alluding to the fact that maybe it was illegally obtained, it was not licensed, Because if it was licensed, if you know that it was licensed, that question will not even come up. You will not even talk about it at all because you know that he obtained it legally. But for you bringing it up, you are kind of putting out the position that probably it was obtained illegally. That's why you are asking, how did he get the firearm? How did kidnappers obtain their own AK-47 that they are brandishing all over the country, killing people, kidnapping people? How? How did they get it? You talk about fraud, that they don't use fraud for good things. Have you seen any Nigerian politician or fraudsters use their fraud, the proceeds of their fraud to do any good thing in Nigeria? Even Nigerian politicians, they don't use it for any good thing. So I think for me, people have right. Everything people are saying on this one, I think people have right to say this based on what we know of Nigeria, the Nigerian security agencies. We know on EFCC in particular here. People have right to say all these things. You can't fault any comment here. I can't fault it. People have the right to say what they want to say here. How do you want to fault them? It is a country where just somebody who just doesn't like your face, just because somebody wake up in the morning, he doesn't like your face at all, he can go and write a petition. Write a petition. People just don't like you because you are living good. They can go and write a petition. Based on that petition, the security agencies will put themselves together and come and parade themselves and, say on what basis that they want to arrest you. No investigation, no nothing. Just because somebody wrote a petition. That's what is obtaining in Nigeria now. Just if you don't like somebody's face, just write a petition. Back it up with some money. Back it up with some money. That's all. They will just go and parade themselves there and say they want to arrest the person. That's the country. It's all talk of being lawless because somebody will just write it. It is only, I've never heard of that in my life, in any normal crime. A citizen will write a petition against his fellow citizen, and the security agencies will rise up based on that petition and go and arrest the other citizen. No investigation conducted, thorough investigation, just based on that petition alone. The big people, the so-called big people, they use it. The middle class people, they use it. The poor even use it against themselves. In all across Nigeria, somebody will just go and report to the police that somebody did this, he did that, he did that. He will drop 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira to the police, and the police will show up. Is that a country? It shouldn't have to be so.
All right.
So we need in Nigeria, we need to put things right in that country. But as far as this man is concerned, if he's claiming self-defense, let him go to court and defend himself. That's just what it is. But on this very matter, the way and manner at which the EFCC paraded themselves is so shameful, and this should not be encouraged. That's what the focus should be. Nigerians have rights to make all these comments that they are making. They have the right to make all these comments at this time. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you for coming in today. At least you got enough time to talk on this whole headlines. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Madam Rita, for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you, our newcomer that came in firstly today. I don't forget your name already, but you need to join us more often so that we can remember you all the time. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan, once again, Madam Rita. Thank you. Madam Patricia came in, but you could not wait to give your submission. You left. But I appreciate you as well. Those of you that call into the show today as well, Madam Emmy, thank you very much for calling in. And the love of God is my strength. Mr. Wale and many others that called in. That our brother that called from the UK who told us his story. I forgot his name as well. I want to say I appreciate every one of you. For those of you that supported the channel today, thank you so much, my people. Didi Anthony, Patty Solomon, Of God is my strength, blessed lady. And I just got a new super chat from Matthew Edosoma and Stella Peters. Thank you very much. Now God bless you. I'm very, very grateful for this. I'm not taking it for granted. May God bless you. May your pocket never, ever, ever run dry. Thank you so much. This late super chat, I don't know. They make me this my way because now they pass road. And God bless with our people. Thank you so much. But meanwhile, I appreciate every one of you, my wonderful people. I'd like us to move on right now. We have somebody on the backstage, but you need to put on your camera so that will bring you in so that you can quickly talk for just 1 minute. You know, put on your camera, except you are new to this platform. You're saying, okay, now I know that you're satanic, so I'll remove you. Don't worry. You'll be thrown out. You're not a true person. Okay, thank you very much, my people. Now God bless you now. But we will put out a poll earlier on concerning the same topic we had here today. Do you agree with Kemi that Nigerian government destroy lives? So yes, I agree 93%. No, I disagree 7%. This is the poll that I put out, and we got 165 at the time I screenshotted it, you know. But at this moment now, the people that voted on that poll, let me see, is now 169, and the one I put on there is 165. So at least 4 more voted, you know. You see, this is one of the things I talk about all the time. Nigerian government, if you want the citizens to continue to trust you, please do things right so that we can trust you, we can fight for our government at all times. You and I know that the way you guys are treating us is not nice. So even the citizens, almost 99% of Nigerian citizens have lost hope and trust for our government, which is very, very wrong. So on that, you know, even though Kemi is, I don't know where Kemi and Nigerian government see but still, what do we know? We bring it here for people to put their voices, tell us their opinion, and we share it right there. Remember that Nigeria Watch, we don't just come here and talk. We work with third parties. So if you don't like whatever we presented, you traced the primary source first before you come to us. I appreciate every one of you. We're not perfect here. Continue to encourage us by joining our platform, put our voices to what is affecting us in our country. Let's continue to do all this together. If it's your first time on this platform, you're wondering what the platform is all about, we are here every single day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time till like 3 or 4 hours, talking about what is affecting us in our country, calling out our government to do the right thing. As you and I know, Nigeria is not working how it's supposed to be compared to other developed countries. That's what we're doing here. So if you are here because of that, you're in the right place. Join us every day if you can, or once in a while, if you can, put your voices out there. Either you join the panel or call into the show, let people hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so that our voices can always go far. For those of you that have not like this video before you leave, and help us to share, copy the link, take with you to other platforms where you belong, so that others will know what we talked about today. My people, as I talked about before, we've come to the end of this broadcast. I'd like to appreciate those of you right there in the comment section quickly. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always for all that you do. God bless you, and I love you so much. Thank you very much, Madam Martina Obasuiti. If I saw you earlier on, thanks for joining us today. Thank you very much, Madam Amen Bright. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Jacob DF. I can see you. Thank you, Ebuka John Olga. Thank you very much. Olumide Akiwomi, my brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Mr. Pansat, thank you very much, sir. Mr. Pansat did with me yesterday, not be small. Woto for year. Although it was welcome. I like those kind of challenge. You know, if they give Mr. Pansat yesterday for evil fight with Tony Kabaka. Although that's what it's supposed to be. When you care about your country, it doesn't matter the region, you need to be expressive and pour out your concerns. You know, I don't like people who express themselves just because they matter now, only for their region I come from. It shouldn't be like that. You know, if you see my panel, you see the people that is their voices are going far here. If you check them, in most cases, where they come from, you know, it will surprise you. But I'll just leave it right there before some people will take you to the lane of ethnicism. But nevertheless, Black Panther, my brother, I can see right there. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, everyone, right there, my people. We've come to the end of the broadcast. I'd like to appreciate you all right there. Matthew, Edosova, thank you once again. I'm very, very grateful. And Stella, Peter, thank you once again. God bless you. I appreciate every one of you right there. Peggy Modi, thank you very much, my madam. Brad, once again. God bless every one of you. Guys, just do your part. By pressing on the like button, help us to share. Take our voices far, always. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day, a new week. So fingers crossed, by God's grace, we'll continue from where we stop. One day, Nigeria will be better. I believe so much in my country. I want Nigeria to be better in my time. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing here today. I really want my country to work because I love my country than every other country that I've ever encountered or lived on. So that's the truth. We have to say it how it is. For me, I value my country so very much. That's why you see, I want me Nigeria to work. I don't want Nigeria to destroy. I don't want anything to happen to my country. I just want it to work. Because many of us, we have dedicated ourselves in our country and we've invested in our country and we want the country to work. So if you are part of the people that want Nigeria to work, continue to put your effort, put your voices out there. We need more channels that will come out every day to call out our government to do the right thing. Constitutionally, don't just come out and give information that you cannot stand with. Because if they drag you tomorrow, you're going to blab. I see her for a year. No, you have to work with mainstream platforms. But nevertheless, my people, God bless you. Now we've come to the end of this broadcast. I'll see you guys later on. Take care, my people, and have a good night. Bye for now.
That's right. Yes.
Osane nerane o, ao ementage, uwito abile kweno, e mama kenwe, ayine no yine o, ao ementage, uwito abile kweno, e mama kenwe, ayine yo pa me pi. Okpame no bina, egekbe omo. Ijesu noke okpame na wapi. Okpame no bina, egekbe omo. Egekbe wasere o, awase ni mu yobe no ma egekbe mo. Jesu no ge okpame na wapi. Okpame no bina egekbe mo. Osane